Okay, we're going to keep the show moving right along. This next guy has been an extra in over 300 films, half of which made this afternoon on his iPhone. We were featured together last summer in the Poconos Comedy Festival, which is just my way of bragging that I was from Poconos Comedy Festival. Let's welcome to the stage the world's oldest child actor, Mr. Cohen.
I gotta tell you, I am having the absolute time of my life doing stand-up comedy. I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. I got dementia! I can't think of anything else. Oh man, I'm gonna start with an apology. Due to the writer's strike, I've written no new jokes for the last 3.5 years. Yeah, I saw the strike was coming. Really, this has been like the scariest 3 years I can remember. Mostly due to heavy drug use. Now, anytime I coughed or sneezed, I'm on the phone to my doctor. Is it COVID? Is it COVID? Is it COVID? He's like, Glenn, relax. It's just Ebola. I'm fully protected. I had COVID as a kid. Okay, no, they were saying there were people that claimed the vaccine caused autism in children. Let's be real. Any kid I have at my age is gonna be autistic. Oh man, I lost my job right before COVID. Things started going downhill when they told me I had to attend a seminar on sexual harassment. And I said I didn't because I was already good at it. Yeah, it was, these people, oh man, it was so bad. They made me buy Rosetta Stone because I ran out of languages to tell them to go fuck themselves. Yeah, well, I finally had it. I said, that's it. I said, screw you. I quit. I slammed the door. I said, I'm never going back. And that was really stupid because I was working from home. I did have a really lucrative modeling gig for like 20 years, and then I lost it because of political correctness. I was a model for statues of Confederate generals. That market just went foofed. No, things got so bad, I had to move back in with my parents. They're dead! That's a creepy arrangement. Look, I don't have a 401k. My retirement plan is Alzheimer's. No, I'm looking forward to it. You get carte blanche to ask people stupid questions. Excuse me, is this Tuesday? Or a spoon? Got stopped after a show once. Guy goes, Glenn, you gotta stop doing that Alzheimer's joke. You will piss off the Alzheimer's Foundation. Like they'll fucking remember. Yeah, here's the thing, the worst job I ever had, I sold Rita's flavored ice up and down every stair in Giant Stadium. One day I started at the top of the stadium, made it down to the goal line, and my knees locked up. I turned my back to 6 Jersey state troopers, grabbed my product, faced the crowd, and went, ISIS! 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 Oh! Wow. Yeah, 3 seconds later, headlock and handcuffs. Yeah. It took my family 3 days to convince them I wasn't Taliban. Oh, man. But Andy did mention this, and it's true. I'm a member of the Screen Actors Guild, currently on strike. You would note, I think, personally, I thought we were on strike for the last 6 years because they haven't been getting a lot of work. But I have a degree in theater, and I've been a background actor in over 300 major motion pictures. So technically I'm a method extra. I have a 13-page biography on the Internet Movie Database. Ever since I learned they let you edit that yourself. So here's the deal, if you've never been involved in a movie, the one rule is, as an extra, you are not allowed to initiate a conversation with a star. If they talk to you, you're more than welcome to respond, but you cannot start that conversation. So one day I get called to play a mourner at a wake. An Academy Award Best Actress, Holly Hunter, walked over to me and goes, when they read the eulogy, you will come and comfort me. They call action. I walk over to Holly Hunter. I start gingerly stroking her arm. And then I got a little ballsy. I bent over and I whispered in her ear, I am so, so sorry for your loss. And she whispered back, thank you, you're so kind. There's no punchline here, I'm bragging. She could have said, shut the fuck up, you're an extra. But here's the thing, the guy reading the eulogy was Tony Shalhoub from Monk and Mrs. Maisel. 35 years ago, he and I played twins in an equity show. I must have taken like 40 showers with that guy. So the whole time he's doing the eulogy, I'm making eye contact with him, hoping he's going to recognize me. He never did. I got morosely depressed. And right before they arrested me, I got blackout drunk. And they told me I was stark naked outside of Tony Shalhoub's trailer screaming, do you recognize me now, Tony? Do you recognize me now? And I got arrested because I was not allowed to initiate that conversation. Oh, man. I was working on an episode of Blue Bloods one day, and I'm in the men's room, and Donnie Wahlberg came up and took a pee right next to me. Donnie Wahlberg is only this tall. I was so starstruck, the only thing I could think to say was, I thought you'd be bigger. I am no longer working on Blue Bloods. On another movie set, Nicole Kidman walked past me and said hi. And I'm like, wow, now's my chance. Yeah, like I'd have a chance with Nicole Kidman. But here's the deal. She used to date Lenny Kravitz. So I know she likes Jewish guys. Here's the deal. When I told my mother I wanted to be a stand-up comic, she was absolutely mortified. She started screaming at me, a stand-up comedian? Why can't you be a porno star? Like your brother? Yeah, I bet you none of you knew that Gilbert Gottfried was my mother. My dad was more understanding. He's like, Glenn, I think it's about time somebody Jewish did comedy. Yeah, Dad was a forward thinker there. Well, here's the deal. My name is Cohen. If you run into anybody named O'Brien, you instantly know they're Irish. If you run into anybody named Cohen, you instantly know they're Jewish. I looked it up. Cohen is the Hebrew word for O'Brien. When I was 13 years old, I hung out with a really tough gang in Hebrew school. No, you could tell we were tough. We all wore leather yarmulkes. We even had our own form of self-defense. It's called I Sue. Yeah, that's a form of jujitsu. Kid came up to me once, he goes, Glenn, can I talk to you about Jews for Jesus? I'm like, damn it! I just signed up with Bar Mitzvahs for Buddha. I love this area. Do you know what neighborhood you're in right now of New York City? Midtown. This is Hell's Kitchen. And we are adjacent to Times Square. And because of all the recent gun violence in America, Times Square is officially a gun-free zone. So when you're in Times Square, you guys can rest assured. If somebody shoots you, they are definitely getting a ticket. No, we're serious. No, on this side of the street it's Hell's Kitchen. I moved to Hell's Kitchen in 1983. The same year crack did. In 83, I was afraid to walk through this neighborhood. Now I can't afford to. Exactly. If you saw Forrest Gump, 83, 42nd Street with the 42nd Street from Forrest Gump. Porno theater, 24-hour massage. That's a long massage. Yeah. So the neighborhood's changed. I go to my corner store, there's a guy, they've got all these pictures of people behind the counter at my local bodega, and I'm like, hey, I would love to get my picture up there. And the guy goes, those are all shoplifters. Hey, whatever it takes. I'll end on this. I have reached that magic age where the city of New York issued me a Metro card, so I no longer have to jump the turnstile. And the federal government hooked me up with Medicare, and I had my first full physical in 45 years. And I'm telling you, that was absolutely the most traumatic morning of my adult life. I had a grown adult male shove his finger up my butt. And then I got off the L train and saw my doctors.
Good job, Glenn. This is lovely.